again. So it's going to do this training in a live video on Facebook, but I figured why not just make one video, upload it, and share it in all of our groups, and you guys can continue to share it with your teams. So I'm going to dedicate this video entirely to social media training for a brand new coach. Obviously, any coach can learn from this, but these are all the tips that I learned, that I teach in my mentorships, and that I teach all my new coaches that are really, really important to know. So, first of all, the very first thing is picking your platform. So every coach should have at least 2 social media platforms. I highly recommend having 2 platforms because you're gonna find different people on each platform. I will say the most common platforms are a Facebook like page and Instagram. So kind of think through that and think through the 2 that you want to use. Another couple options could be maybe blogging or Twitter. I don't know, whatever works these days. Those are the only 2 I ever use, but just kind of think through that. And the reason why we use Facebook like pages versus our personal page, which is a question we get a lot, is because you are technically, like Facebook rules, not supposed to advertise business on your personal Facebook page. If someone reported you doing that, you technically could get your page shut down. And I can't imagine if that happened because we have all of our training, all of our prospects, all of our people on Facebook. So that would be a really, really hard thing to go through. So Facebook like page, you're allowed to promote business, and it's also just better for your business as well because it has a lot of insights on the page that you can help kind of track your audience, see what they're liking, see the best times to post. You can sponsor and boost posts, you can make ads. There's a lot of potential with a Facebook like page. You can do a lot more with it than a personal page. You will invite all of your personal friends to like your Facebook like page, but then it can also be boosted to more and more people. So that will continue to grow as you grow and as your social media grows. You can also make your Instagram a business account. You can Google how to do that, but I highly suggest making number one, your Instagram should be public. It should not be private. People should not have to request to follow you. And 2, it should be a business account. So transition it to a business account, and then you're going to be able to, again, see those insights, see those filters, see the posts that people are liking, see how people are liking your Instagram stories, see the best timing of the day to post. So those are 2 very important things to start. So number 1, get those platforms up and running. Number 2, how often do you post on these? I say about 3 to 5 times a day on your Facebook like page, especially as you start growing your page, and about 2 to 3 times a day on Instagram. More the better for sure, but like a minimum 2 to 3. When I was really pushing my Instagram account, I was more towards like the 4 to 5 range to really build my following. But for sure, try to post 2 to 3 times a day on each one. Facebook like page, the reason why you can post more on this is you can post anything and everything on Facebook, okay? So you can post, like Instagram's more like pretty and perfect and has to look good, it has to be part of your brand, it has to be kind of scroll stopping, whereas Facebook can be anything. Maybe you have a picture of food that doesn't look that pretty for Instagram, post it on Facebook, or a picture of your dog that you don't want to post on Instagram, or maybe a recipe or something quick like that. Anything and everything can go on Facebook. So on Facebook, you can include everything that you posted on Instagram as well as a little bit more. The other thing I highly recommend doing, especially on Facebook, is going live. Live video is the number 1 way to boost your page on Facebook. If you do live video, that's like free advertising and marketing for yourself. Facebook loves live video, and they're going to continue to promote that video day and day after you post that live video. So even though you don't see those people on live, they're going to continue to come back to your page, and you're going to see an increased engagement later on in the week just from going live. So I advise to go live a couple times a week, especially when you're growing your page. Keep these videos short and sweet. Tell about yourself. Maybe do a video about why you're starting this page. Do a video about why you decided to become a coach. Do a 5 tips to waking up early video. Do a recipe video, like cooking with Taylor, whatever it is. Like go in the kitchen and start cooking. Anything that's like under 5 minutes and that's quick and to the point and sweet, like they're gonna watch that, and anything that can provide value to them. And we might know a lot about health and fitness and nutrition now, but not a lot of people do. So maybe do a video about reading labels as well, or do a video about something that you learned that you didn't know before. Really think about what your followers can benefit from and what you want to share on that platform, and do a quick live video about it. So that's kind of how you can boost Facebook more. For Instagram, you want to utilize Instagram stories. I know there's a ton of training on Instagram stories, YouTube, how to be engaging on Instagram stories. I don't want to spend too much time on that, but you should be active on Instagram stories. You should have about 8 to 10 stories every day. So I should be able to go to your Instagram account and know what you were doing, how your day went, what workout you did, what you did for coaching, what you did outside of coaching. Like, I should be able to know these things. I mean, even if you think your life is boring, it's not boring. Like, people are creepy people. Like, they want to know these things. Why do you think we watch reality TV and all that junk on TV? Because we just want to know what people are doing, and people are going to fall in love with your stories. They're going to fall in love with your life, your family. People ask me about Bentley now. Like, they feel like they know Bentley. You know, Ryan, all those things, they're part of my brand, and that's how I connect with people. So share those on your Instagram stories, and as well as keep them engaging. Do like live videos of your workout moves with like music behind it. There's apps where you can do that. I know there's an app called Hype Type that you can do it with. And there's also another one, Splice or iMovie, where you can like put all your moves in one quick snippet with music behind it. Upload that to your Instagram story so it's a little bit more exciting. You can use like the GIFs while you're talking. Just do a little bit more than just like sitting there talking to the camera, really boring. So think about ways you can make that engaging, but for sure, utilize Instagram stories. The other thing on Instagram is your hashtags. So I know I'm speeding through these, but feel free to pause and type down and all of that. But for your hashtags, you really want to think about your brand. So as a Beachbody coach, you should have 5 pieces of your brand. So health and fitness is only one of them, okay? So you can't have like health, fitness, clean eating, like no. You want to show yourself as more than just a health and fitness person. How is someone going to relate to you? How is someone going to relate to you on a personal level outside of health and fitness? The average person is following 5 Beachbody coaches. Why are you that 1 out of the 5 that they want to sign up with? It's going to be something outside of health and fitness. It's going to be something that they can relate to you on a personal level. Because if you're just like this robot of doing your workout, eating clean, doing your workout, eating clean, they're not going to feel related to you. They're not going to feel like you're vulnerable and that you're real. So think about these 5 pieces of your brand. For me, and these can change. These change. Obviously, these weren't mine when I started. Health and fitness is one of them. Homebody is another one. I love being home. I love it. I work from home. I want to be home all the time. I'd rather be in than out. So homebody. Bentley, I'm a fur mom. Everyone loves Bentley. People ask me why I don't create a separate Instagram account for Bentley, because I lose half my followers. He's a piece of my brand. A mom to be, first time mom. I'm connecting with so many first time moms now. That's a piece of my brand. As well as a newlywed, married life, all that kind of stuff that goes into that hub. So think about those things that distinguish you and how you're going to portray those other things outside of health and fitness and how people are going to relate to you that way. So do they have to be these actual like life events, like having a baby and being a wife? No. They can be a brand. Do you love Old Navy? I have a coach who loves Old Navy. That's part of her brand. People know her for that. Maybe you are a teacher. It can be something to do with your profession. If you're a teacher, for sure share that. For sure share what you're doing outside of health and fitness coaching and how you relate to those people. For me, when I was working corporate America, that was a piece of my brand. Maybe you love French fries or love tacos. That could be a piece of your brand. You can talk about that. People will laugh and they'll get to know you from that. You love to be outdoors. You love, like, what hobbies do you like to do? Do you like hiking? I don't have a lot of hobbies on mine because I feel like I don't have any hobbies. But think about those things and write down your brand. So then now you should be looking at your feed and your Instagram stories, and you should be portraying these pieces of your brand every 5 to 7 pictures. Like if I look at your snapshot on your Instagram, I should be able to see, okay, Bentley, she's a dog mom. That's her husband. She's coaching. There's fitness. You can see all of these things on your feed real quick there, rather than just, okay, here's her 6-pack, here's health and fitness, here's a clean food. Like, they don't relate to you as much on that. So think about your brands, portray that in your Instagram stories, portray that in your on your platforms. And this is another reason why I do not advise people to keep their personal account and create a new one for coaching. I actually think it's a big mistake because you shouldn't be having 2 separate accounts. This should be one now. Your life and your coach life is one now. You should not have a separate personal account. If you have a separate personal account where you're posting those personal life things, those should be on your coaching account now. Those should be everything now. Like, this is your life. This is your one as a whole. I don't have separate platforms anymore. It's all everything right now. That's how people relate to me. And if you're trying to hide from people and you are scared to start your social media, which we all were at once, you just have to rip it off like a Band-Aid and come to the conclusion that everybody's going to see your platform eventually. I'm sorry to break it to you, everyone's gonna see it. And the quicker you rip it off and the quicker you invite people and just get it out there, the better it's gonna feel. And you're actually gonna be more surprised about the people who do support you than the people who don't. You're gonna have messages from people who you never thought you'd talk to again, who's gonna reconnect with you and who you're gonna inspire. So think about those people you are inspiring, and then those people who don't like your page, they don't wanna follow you, who cares? Like, you're not meant to help those people, and you never know when those people are gonna come back around. So my recommendation, absolutely not, do not create a separate account, make them all one coaching brand, your coaching pages, and forget those people who aren't liking it at first. That's fine. Focus on those people who are, because you are going to have a ton of supporters at first and people who you don't even think would like your page at first. So those are huge. Let's see if I forgot anything. Oh yeah, along with your brands is filtering your pictures. So we want to see like bright, colorful pictures, right? Plain wall behind me. Like, this is as best I got right now because I'm moving offices, but like we want to look good. I'm always doing videos with the light shining on me. If I was like in a dark room with like lights, different weird color lights on me, it wouldn't look good, right? If you go to my feed, you're gonna see light pictures, you're gonna see colors, you're gonna see bright, you're gonna see, happy pictures. That is because that's my filter. Everyone has different filters. Some people have more crisp pictures, some people have more cool down pictures. But figure out what your brand is and what your filters are and use those on every single picture, because along with your brand of those 5 things, your filter is gonna be a brand too. When I see your picture in the feed and how it's filtered, I should know, like, okay, yes, that's Morgan's post, because I can just tell by her brand and her picture. So figure out what filters you want to use as well and make your pictures look good. When you're reaching out to people and you're trying to build your Instagram and build your social media and build your business, the first thing people are going to do for you or do to you is go to your platforms, right? This is your newspaper feed. This is how people are judging you right away. You want your Instagram and your Facebook to look good. You want it to look professional. You want people to be like, okay, she knows what she's doing. If you're just doing selfie after selfie, they're not filtered, they don't look good, crappy pictures of food, quote pictures, please don't post pictures of actual quotes. If you have a quote you want to post, put a beautiful picture of yourself on there with a quote in the comment. People want to see you. If they wanted to research quotes, they'd go on Pinterest. Same, like, I don't want to see crappy food on Instagram. Like, it better look damn good, or it better be from a restaurant, or I'm not posting it. So make sure that you look professional. You should be getting professional pictures done. I did not spend that much for my first professional pictures at all. I think I spent like $100. It's a tax write-off. You should have a headshot, a professional headshot for your profile picture that looks good, looks professional, so people trust in you. And any other professional pictures you can have. For sure, try to get headshots. If you can't afford a lot, get a tripod and prop it up and take different pictures of yourself. Go out with a friend or a boyfriend or a husband or a family member. Take a couple different pictures with outfits, screenshot Pinterest of moves that you like, that you want to portray, that portray your brand, that portray you, and go out and take pictures. Have a bunch of stock photos and more professional photos. Outside is always better, so that your feed starts looking better and your feed starts looking more professional. Because again, if you're posting the same thing day in and day out, if you're bored, your people are going to get bored. So make sure that you are looking professional, that you have those filters, that they're crisp and clean, and that you look good. You have that headshot in your profile picture, you have a great feed, and that also goes along with your bio. Make sure you have an updated bio, that it looks professional and concise, and that you have a link to your forms in your bio of your Instagram. So you can go ahead and go look at mine or other coaches on the team. But you can use Linktree and link multiple links in there. You can put a bootcamp application in there. That's a great way for people come to your page and maybe they don't want to comment or they're not comfortable just straight messaging you. They can fill out a link in your bio to apply to a bootcamp or to apply to your coaching page. I also include a link to my Facebook like page on my Instagram to get them over to Facebook. But that's a way for them to just easily see what you're about and see what to do. So that should also be something that you have in there, okay? Let me see what else. That's pretty much everything. Other than that, I like to include like the jab, jab, right hook. I know we're all trying to invite people and we all want to blow this business up, but you also want to make sure that you're not inviting too much. You want to make sure that you're providing value, especially when you start off and kind of establishing that ground with people as well as inviting, but you're having a good balance there. So I say about every 5 pictures, you can do an invite, but make sure those 5 in between are like value, a recipe, tips for them, motivation, a little bit about your day, them getting to know you, those kind of valuable posts, and then you go in for an invite, and that's called jab, jab, right hook. Okay, you're jabbing them with little information, maybe like whenever I have a coaching group come up, the whole week I'm jabbing them with little coaching like things without actually inviting them. Like, here's my awesome community and my team calls or my miracle mornings. And here is like, I get to go work from anywhere. I get to mail packages for my people. I get to work from home. Like, even if you're not home full time, that's okay. Like, do little things that you get to do for coaching. There's little jabs like, oh, I wonder what she's doing. Like, how is she doing that? Like, I did this with my coaching income this week. And then on Thursday, it's like right hook. I'm inviting them to a coaching sneak peek, and now all that stuff added up, and now they want to join me. So make sure that you're providing value. You're using those other brands in between your invites as well as inviting. I do recommend to have a transformation post. Number one, as a new coach or as a coach, you should have a transformation. That should be the number one goal in your mind, is getting a bomb-ass before and after picture, because that's going to build your business. But make sure that you have a transformation photo in every like 8 to 12 photos on your Instagram. So I should be able to go to your feed and immediately, I shouldn't have to scroll to find a transformation. I should always see a transformation on there. So that means probably posting one at least once a week. You can even post more if you have different pictures of transformations, like maybe you have an arm one or a face one or a butt one or a whole body one. You can post different ones, but make sure there's at least one, in that main snapshot, and that you're inviting people to join a challenge group or a free group, directing them to link in the bio, etc., and kind of going from there. So I think that's everything. If you have questions, please ask me, please ask your coach, but really start to implement these. I know it was a lot of info at once, but kind of go through, write them all down and implement them is the biggest thing. You can watch this training over and over, but until you implement them, until you get yourself out there, you get comfortable on social media, that's when it's all going to happen for you. So get out there and do it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.